Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, there it goes.
Ready?
Already.
Alright. Welcome to the Ratchet City Hangout. I'm Terrence Porter, aka Good Kid Ratchet City. I don't know if I'm going to go by Short T anymore. I'm having a midlife crisis before my 25th birthday.
Alright.
Oh yeah. And who are you, young lady?
I am Jazzy Johnson. I am 25 years old.
Woo!
I go by the alias Bubble Mommy, but I think I might change my name soon too, actually. And I was just talking about this with two other people, so I think it's just something in the air.
What are you going to change it to?
I have not decided yet.
Okay,
No
let's start from the beginning. Why is your name Bubble Mommy?
I used to have a blog named, oh wow, this is so long ago. Okay, what was the name of it? Bubble Flavor. And so I was, oh, see? I was the Bubble Mommy of Bubble Flavor. Okay?
Ow.
Ow. Yes.
And what happens to that blog?
That's it?
That's it? That's
Oh, what happened to the blog? I mean, I had it when I was in college, and it actually started getting a little buzz, and then like junior year of college came around, and I got really busy, and then I stayed busy throughout my senior year, so it just died off. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that died off, but you just kept writing.
Yeah, I kept writing, freelancing and interning, so I stayed the Bubble Mommy.
What got you into writing?
I can't say anything in particular. I've always been writing. I think I wrote my first book when I was like 6 years old. So I've always been a writer. I started with short stories, and then I moved on to like poems, and then plays, and then songs, and now, essays and articles and hopefully books.
What were your first topics?
Wow, I can't even remember. I have no idea what I wrote about when I was 6. Like, my mom has them all stashed up somewhere, so I have absolutely no clue. The one that I do remember was from middle school, in the 6th grade. And the only thing that I remember about it is that it had a scene where my best friend, who's still my best friend, she's still my best friend now. We're best friends since 6th grade. She had a scene with, shout out, Ruthie, she had a scene with a banana. I mean, I can't tell you more than that. It wasn't sexual, I don't think. I mean, I think it was like playful sexual. I don't think it was like, I think it was like American Pie-ish, but not like that extreme.
I was just gonna say, was there another scene with a guy with a peach? Like,
no, but I have no idea. I haven't even looked at that. I still have all of those on like a floppy disk with like protected. It's protected on a floppy disk, and the password of the floppy disk is like my 7th grade's crush name. Which I'm glad that I still remember his name, and I befriended him on Facebook just so that I could always remember that password.
you had a floppy disk in 7th grade?
Yes! 6th grade. We were still using floppy disks. Okay? We were still using floppy disks. You're only like 1 year younger than me, right?
Yeah, I don't remember like having to save anything in middle school. Like, I didn't get my first flash drive until I was a freshman in high school. Yeah.
See, I told you I was a writer. I've been writing since like 6. So I used to be online, on all the poetry sites and like applying to like poetry contests and stuff like that. I was popping online. I should have, if I knew to brand myself, I could have branded myself since I was like 10 years old. I'd be like, a millionaire by now, but I didn't know. So that's that
You're
story.
just half a millionaire now.
I'm a half a millionaire. Half a millionaire dreams. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
There's always next year.
absolutely. This year, hey, we got a few
4
months.
months? 3 months?
Few days and change left over.
What have you done this year so far?
In terms of writing,
Yeah.
in terms of writing this year, I'm trying to think of what I published this year. I think my most popular writing this year was online, was on medium.com. When I posted that article about black boys, like what do young black men talk about? That still gets like a lot of hits every day. I'm really surprised
I like
by
that.
it. Thank you.
Okay.
Other than that, I've been working on personal stuff that I have not put out yet because it's taken me a long time. Like I got commissioned by a zine in last December to write a piece that I had, thought of doing, and then I spoke with like one of the owners of the zine about it, and they were like, yeah, we'd love for you to write it, da da da. That was only in December. And because it's such a personal like article, I guess I've just like sometimes it like makes me feel a certain way when I have to write it. So I've literally have not written like more than a page of that.
Are you in your feelings?
Yes, definitely in my feelings when I write that one.
Aww.
But the rest are coming together. I want to do a children's book series, which I'm like in the small development of that. And you writing, not organizations, but we call ourselves, what is it called? Not a group, it's a collective. There you go. I'm in a few of those. One is for screenwriting. So we're basically going to start putting out some material. We expect it later this year, but I think it'll be early next year. And a few other things that are like top secret. Yes.
Why are they secret? Can you tell me that?
Can I tell you why it's secret? I mean, if I tell you why it's secret, wouldn't that be giving away the secret a little bit?
Not really. If you just like, oh, it's only secret because it's something brand new we haven't tried yet, or.
Well, the one that's secret is because it's relating to issues, and we haven't all decided if we're going to like be anonymous when we put it out, or
Okay.
Yes. So that's all that I can give you on that one.
See, and I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. So problem
Great
solved.
job. What was your major in college? Were you an English major?
Of course. Well, sort of. I went to the New School, which, for those who know it, it's like a progressive liberal arts. When I say progressive, I really mean progressive. Like, we're like known to have like protests. We had like a huge protest like my sophomore to junior year when I was there to get the president of the college of the university kicked out, and eventually he did leave.
What do you do, y'all?
Like I said, we're progressive, so he had ties to like private funding into the war and things like that. There just was shady, and it was a lot. I mean, it's a lot deeper than that. Like it was really deep, but yeah. So I went to the New School, which is a university. The college that I went to is Eugene Lang, which is known as a writing college mostly.
Nice.
They have like other divisions and things like that. My focus was on music, media, and journalism. And you can basically create your own path. Like, you can basically create your own curriculum or whatever. And they have really interesting classes. So basically what I came out with was expansive knowledge of African American history, ethnomusicology history, and journalism. So that's what I went in for. It was expensive though.
Still paying it off.
That's that nervous laugh. Yes. Yeah. I mean, even with the scholarship, I'm still paying out of my ass. So yay, America.
Yay! Got that paper.
Yay.
Great fallback. Minimum wage is going up.
Woo woo.
Am I wrong? Because I really don't want minimum wage to go up.
Yes, you are wrong.
Why? Like, if the minimum wage is $15, and how much is everything else going to be?
You mean inflation in terms of like how much they'll put the food up to and things like that?
Exactly.
Yes, I mean, well, that's the problem with America, is because they don't want people to live. So I think that people should be able to live. I think that the minimum wage should go up, but I don't think there should be an inflation. But there's probably going to be an inflation, which is going to be a huge problem.
And then minimum wage won't be enough, and then stuff will still be high.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to protest inflation. But I definitely think people should be able to make enough to live, you know, like, because when I look at minimum wage now, people are like, oh, it's because, you know, those people who work for fast foods shouldn't be working for those fast foods anyway. But it's like, well, that's not realistic. And especially with our economy, it's so many people who are working like lesser jobs than they should, even with the degrees they have. That is just ridiculous to not, you know,
Very
be
true.
like everyone deserves, you know, to live. And especially because they're cutting down the freaking food stamps. Like, they're cutting out food stamps. And
What do you mean, like local businesses?
no, I mean, America, the government is cutting down on food stamps, so it's
Food
not gonna
stamps?
be, yeah, food stamps.
I thought you said
So-
stands. Like fruit
Oh
stands.
no, food stands. Oh no. I live in Brooklyn. I always got that.
Farmers markets.
It's right there. Yeah, so
What's a bodega?
a bodega is basically a corner store with food that can supply you with nutrients.
Love nutrients.
There you go. I think that definition should be in the dictionary. That was a pretty good definition there.
A local grocery store that encompasses nutrients for all of its occupants.
There you go. Perfect.
Noun. Okay, so from when you first got to college as a freshman to becoming a senior and graduating, how much do you think you changed?
Oh Jesus, I'm a completely different person. Whoa, I'm gonna say completely different. That's extreme. That's extreme. I'm definitely a lot of the same person, but I'm very different. I mean, I just have so much more. Well, you're saying since I graduated or since I first started college?
First started, first day to last
Okay.
day leaving.
Yes, I'm completely different. It just started raining here, by the way. I don't know, I just wanted to say that. Sometimes it likes to F up my internet, so hopefully that won't happen. So just
Okay, you're giving a reason for what's going to happen.
Hey.
No jinx.
Yeah, no jinx. So, yes, I mean, I've had a lot of different changes. When I went into my freshman year of college, I was still in a relationship with my high school sweetheart.
Aww.
You know, We tried to make that happen and did not work out too well. But it lasted till like we were on and off even throughout my like up until the last few months of my senior year of college, which I don't want to talk about.
Not gonna ask.
No, I'm kidding. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it was a bad thing how he dumped me like during my like I was working on my senior thesis. But anyway, that's not a very yeah, like I wasn't upset.
Do you want to tell the story now?
I'm just saying, I just gotta get this out. So okay. I was not upset that he dumped me because this was, you know, I felt this coming. I didn't feel we were in the same space anymore, whatever. But he did it during the most stressful time of my life up until that point. Like, I was working on my senior thesis, and he calls me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm stressed out, da, da, da. And he's like, yeah, we really need to talk. And I'm like, I'm stressed out, you know, killing myself over here. I got finals, and I got like a 60-page paper that's going to be judged, and da, da, da. And it was just like, I want to date other people, you know? I was like, okay, that's fucked up. But, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, yes.
Real quick, can I just say, I had a conversation with a coworker, and I was just telling her, like, you know, once someone says, I can't do this anymore, we need to talk, it's a wrap for your relationship. Yeah,
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And what made it even more scary is because it was a long distance because he's in the military, and so I will always try to get him to, like, Skype with me, and he would never, like, it's just not his thing. Like, he wouldn't want to Skype. He called me that day, and he's like, we need to Skype. We need to talk face-to-face. And I was like, really? Like, the first time you Skype with me is to dump me? Like, after 5 years? Okay. Anyway.
I mean, at least it's face-to-face.
I mean, I guess that made him feel better, but I was just like, honey, boo-boo, child, no. But, yes, so, about the original question there.
No, now I'm talking about my relationships now. It was horrible when I got that text.
Wait, you got a text?
Yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, no. That's horrible. That's horrible.
We worked at the same place, too.
Oh, that's sad.
No, I didn't see her. I'm just saying, like, she could have, like, caught me, like, hey. Like, we both got upset, so, like, caught me, like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Like, I got a text, and I had to find her, like, 2 or 3 days later. Like, finally talked to her.
That's sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. Back to college.
Yes, so college, yes, them college days. No, I did. I learned a lot. I had awesome teachers and professors, you know. My journalism teachers were basically all from the New York Times, which was cool, even though I'm not going to say that. I had a lot of awkward situations in college as well with
culture shock
teachers. No, like, okay, so this is a story that I always tell, but I'm going to tell it. Because I had started a group on campus my junior year. My friend and I, one of my best friends and I, started a group on campus called Students of the African Diaspora. Because there wasn't, first of all, there's not that many black kids on campus. You know, it's a private school, whatever. But there needed to be, like, a way for us all to, like, come together and meet one another and feel a sense of community. So that's why we created it.
What'd you call it?
Students of the African Diaspora.
Diaspora?
Diaspora, yes. You know what the diaspora is?
No, and I'm also thinking, what's the acronym? That's SOAP?
SOAD.
SOAD.
Yes. SOAD. So, well, diaspora is belonging to sort of like the slave trade, like the the different areas around the world that was affected by the slave trade is referred to as the diaspora. Diasporic, to move, whatever. So migration, da da da. So
Right.
that's like Cuba. It's America. That's Brazil, places like that. So it's belonging, but Afro, Afro, whatever.
I got
But
it.
anyways, so it was a collective for for us all to be together or whatever. But the real reason that sparked me to do it was because I had this one class. I was the only black girl in a whole auditorium, like
Not a
maybe
classroom, an
auditorium, like maybe I'd say 150 people were in there, maybe 100 to 150 people. And I was, at least I remember, I feel like I was the only black girl at least. If I wasn't the only black girl, probably was like 3 others or 4 or something. But the point is, so the lecturer was down on the bottom of the floor, and I came in late, so I'm at like the Hey! We can't. Hey, students come in late all the time. It happens,
I
okay?
was gonna say that, but I was like,
It happens, okay?
Oh,
So,
God.
anyway, so I come in late. But he didn't know that I came in late, alright? So anyway, we open our book up to, we were reading Eldridge Cleaver. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No.
Eldridge Cleaver, he was involved in, if my memory is serving me correctly, the Black Panthers. But he had, it was Black Panther. Yeah. But he had really fucked up ideology. And he wrote a book that was, you have to read this. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you to read this book because I will never read it again in my entire life.
Okay, what was it called?
I don't remember, but if you look up Eldridge Cleaver, it'll come up, trust me.
Okay.
It's like some long name. It's like, I don't even remember. But, so the article in question, he like, in the passage, he was talking about, like how some of his elders has spoken to him about how things were before segregation, and basically he was saying that blacks felt more comfortable in their segregated neighborhoods because of the community that they had or whatever. So the lecturer decides to stop his lecture and look up at me and ask me directly if I have black ancestry, obviously, and if I've ever spoken to my black elders about segregation and how they felt during that time. He stopped a lecture to ask me that question. And I was like, isn't this a lecture class? Like, this isn't how I responded. I don't even remember how I responded because I was so shocked, but I'm sure it was some shady shit. Like, it probably was like, no, I've never had that conversation or something to really just like end it, because first of all, who wants a whole lecture class staring at them, But anyway, and I was really like upset after that. And I went to go speak to one of my professors and my counselor and shit like that. And then I was speaking to my friends on campus, and we were like, yeah, we need to have a group where we can all get together and release our anger about the stupid shit that happens on campus.
Right.
As being a black body amongst the sea of whites, I don't have anything against white people, obviously. I'm not going to say I have white friends, because I hate when people say, I don't have anything against black people, I have black friends. But,
I think I have a new way of, like, saying that. Because I don't think that's good enough when someone's like, oh, you don't like certain people? And you're like, oh, I have such and such friends. You need to go a step further.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even have... Okay, I'm not going to get into this conversation right now.
Like, name someone you think I don't like. Name a type of people.
That you don't like?
Yeah. Just random.
what type of people? Like a Miley Cyrus?
No, like fat people, smokers,
Oh God.
Asians.
Oh. So you're gonna test me on this? Okay.
Yes, let me show you how my new way
Okay,
of
I got you.
handling that.
Oh, you don't like circus people.
I
I
love
can
circus
tell.
people. I love circus people. If it wasn't for them, I'd still be a virgin.
All right.
Yeah!
Okay.
No lines.
All right.
Best way to come together.
Yes.
Diversity.
Interesting there.
Equal opportunity.
Hey.
But yeah, I just thought about that when someone was like, you don't like fat chicks. I was like, if it wasn't for fat chicks, I'd still be a virgin. It's like, that's a funny joke. You should use that more.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you on that one. I think you might. I'm gonna let you have that one.
You're not gonna borrow that?
No,
You sure?
I mean, maybe if it comes in handy, I'll let you know.
Cool.
I'll send you a tweet or two. Yes.
Thanks. So that one moment sparked the movement.
I mean, it wasn't just that. It was an accumulation of things. But by the time that I hit that, I was through the roof. So yeah. I think it was around that time that it was starting, actually, too. So it was just like, let's get it done.
Why did you take? Would you say you took offense to it, or you just felt like not answering that question? Like I would have.
No, I definitely took offense to it because I was like, it was just inappropriate. It's like, you're asking me, like, first of all, how do you even know I'm African American?
Yes.
I mean, I could be anything with a tan, all right? Actually, I should have been like,
African
I should have been like, actually, I'm Dominican,
Creole,
and I just got here, so kiss my ass. But no, it was just really inappropriate, and it's like a lecture, so you don't even talk. They don't even talk to the damn people in the damn audience, like. It was just so inappropriate. Like, I can't even believe that actually happened sometimes. I wish I had, like, a full memory of it, but I, like, tried to block it out. I should have wrote it. Actually, I think I did write it down, like, a few years back. I need to go back on my Tumblr and check it out.
I don't understand Tumblr. But anyway, if I had asked the question, I would have gladly answered, like, yeah. Because my mom's from Selma, Alabama. You already know the history, civil rights history there. Then my dad's from Natchitoches, Louisiana. He was actually picking cotton in 1970. And then, like my whole side, my dad's side of the family, they all, like, had cotton fields, and they were all, like, selling it in Natchitoches, and they weren't getting the same amount that other white people were getting that were selling it.
So you wouldn't have a problem with answering it? I don't know. I just feel like it was just, like... It was just really inappropriate to me.
I love bringing that up whenever I'm like reading something. They're always like, "Your parents never picked cotton. Why are you still talking about?" I'm like, "My dad did."
I hate when people say that too.
Yeah.
Actually. But anywho,
so I was in Black Studies Association in high school. What was so ad doing around the college campus community?
We were getting it in.
What?
No, I'm joking. I meant it like intellectually, not like physically. But yeah, what did we do? We put on a lot of events. We had a coalition with a few professors, ally professors, who were like in the African studies and music studies and diaspora studies and things like that. We were putting on, what did we do? This is so long ago. I feel old now.
Benefits, charities, awareness rallies.
We did actually have what do you call it?
Black History
February, yes. We did a Black History celebration. And I remember we had our group had like an internal conflict with this because they wanted to do like a party, And I was like, why are we having a party for Black History Month, like, when we should be educating people and, like, whatever. So we made it into this really cool event that was, like, one of our most widely, what do you call it, attended events. And it was, my, like, main idea, you know what I'm saying?
Just throw that in there.
Throwing that out there. So it was like a trivia. We had like a trivia in the beginning, and we had some speakers. We invited someone to speak, and I can't remember who it is because I'm old now. Yeah, this was so long ago, like, it's hard for me to remember. I would have had to, like, go back in the history books. But we became very successful, and, we passed the torch on. The group is still going, and I hope that they keep it strong.
What was your goal?
Just to have community and to, be active, be a force on campus. Like, we are here, and we don't need you to speak for us because we can speak for ourselves, type of thing.
See, this is why I'm really really anticipating Dear White People. I can't wait to see that movie.
Yeah, I really want to see that too. I'm hoping that it's better than. I mean, it looks interesting, but I looked at like the full length trailer, and I was like, okay, it could kind of go either way for me. So I'm hoping that it goes a good way.
Right.
Yeah. I still need to see that James Brown movie though.
I haven't seen it either.
I was trying to wait out until someone took me to the movies, but I might have to
solo dolo
do that for myself. I mean, not even solo. I may just have to, pay my half and suck it up.
Wait, what does that mean? Pay your half. What does that mean?
Because I was waiting for someone to go to the movies, to take me to the movies, so I wouldn't have to pay to see it.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
so you're still gonna go with someone else, you're just not gonna.
I mean, now I'll probably just, find someone to go with and be like, hey, and I'm just gonna pay my half, you didn't have to take me on a date, type of thing. Because guys like that type of thing. Oh, she got her own money, yeah. And I do, I just don't.
Monologue of every guy.
Yeah,
she got her own money.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when I offer to pay, like, I've never seen eyes more bright, so.
Because it's awesome that never happens.
Yeah. I mean, I pay every once in a while. I'm nice with it, I'm considerate. I'm considerate.
You're the real MVP.
Hey.
I remember I was watching this talk show and they were like, who should pay for the date? And there was like, whoever asked for it. It's like, mostly guys ask for dates. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, I'm just like, if I go on like 3 consistent dates and the guy's always paying, I'm always like, no, I need to pay the next one. Like, I don't feel comfortable. It just needs to be like, some equality set up somewhere in there.
Do you ask guys out?
No. I'm considering it. I've never done it. Like, I've never walked up to a guy like,
I like you.
I like you and I want you, So, I don't know. But I've been considering it. Like, I heard that guys like it. I don't know. It
makes it so much easier.
It's just really opposite of my, like, personality. Like, and I'll stare at a guy to be like, hi, like, you see me and you're staring at me too, just walk over, and they still won't do it.
What does that mean? Like, she's staring at me. Is something wrong with me? Does she like me? I don't know. Inner monologue.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, I don't get it sometimes. Like, a guy will, like, stare me down, and then I'll give a smile or whatever, and Still nothing. I'd be like, well, maybe he's taken, you know, like.
Is she doing this to be nice?
Right.
Is that an awkward smile? Does she feel obligated to smile? Does she really not want to smile?
Well, that's the thing, that I never smile unless I want to smile. Like, when guys tell me on the street to smile, I'll like, and it's so hard. Like, I'm such a smiley person. If I'm not smiling, it's because I legit am like pissed, or I'm just not in a smiling mood. So if someone's on the street and they're like, smile for me, baby girl, that beautiful face, something like that, I'm just like,
Who are you?
no. I just go, no. I don't want to smile for you.
Is that really a problem on the streets of New York?
Absolutely. This year, I haven't gotten it that bad, except for one day when I got like 5 in the same day, and I was really disturbed. I like came home like late at night and was like exhausted from feeling like a piece of meat. So I was just, that was like, I think that day was like enough for my entire summer. But I haven't gotten it that bad this summer. I haven't gotten it that bad. Maybe the public awareness is working. I don't know.
Of what?
You know, the whole street harassment campaign that went on this year. Well, there was a street harassment campaign that went on this year. And
Oh.
I think maybe some guys got the hint. I don't know. Or maybe it just wasn't a good summer for me? No. I don't think that's the case, though.
Maybe I was off my game.
Maybe I need to reevaluate. I don't know. Now I'm getting a little worried. No.
Maybe I should wear more sundresses.
Maybe I just, I don't know, different. I need to change the hair color or something. Then again, I was very curly hair this summer for like the first time in a long time. So maybe they not feeling the curly hair. I don't know. Shock.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah. But it was a pretty pleasant summer, so I'm not stressed over that.
Are you ready for cuffing season?
Here you go with this question again.
Thanks again for doing the survey.
Yeah, no problem. Am I ready for cuffing season? I mean, I guess I have like a cuff, sort of. I have like a cuff and a half.
You got one hand.
I have like a cuff, like not a full, like I won't hold a full hand of yours, but I got like, you know, like sort of lock, like, you know, like that. Like, there you go.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last year, just watching the crowd. I'll just be a fan.
Yeah, my love life is kind of.
I'm a fan of the game.
You're just a fan of the cuffing season?
Just a fan. I'm just the one sitting on the couch yelling at them like, we're doing it wrong!
So you don't participate?
No.
Everyone naturally participates.
I know, but did I? I kind of started a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kinda?
October, November. Yeah, I told someone I liked them. It's like, yeah, you know I've always admired you. They're like, really? I've always admired you? It's like, word.
So you're in a relationship?
No, I'm not. That ended badly.
Oh.
That ended badly.
Okay, I'm gonna sip my non-tea.
Shout out to them. Miss you.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it was friendship, and then it got to something else, and then it ended.
Why?
Crap, I don't want to say it. I did something that they took offense to.
Okay.
It was some trust issues. I don't want to say the L word.
Loyalty?
Yes.
Someone was disloyal. Okay.
Uh,
Hey, I'm just over here.
I don't want Chris Brown to be right.
Oh, see, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to say the L word.
All right. All right. Okay, well, moving right along.
Moving right along. Let's start at the beginning, how I found out about you. So, last year I moved to Shreveport, sitting here at my sister's house, unemployed.
Hey, that's the not
Yeah,
that's the post college life right there.
that's that post-college life.
Yes, it is.
Sitting on the couch doing nothing, watching Everest and ICDC college commercials.
ICDC college.
College.
Yes.
Yeah. Then before I got into Netflix, started watching Breaking Bad. I was on XXL.com. I'm still doing like articles for NappyAfro.com, 318underground.com. I'm just like, let me get an article on XXL. It's my favorite website. So I sent in articles, nothing happened. One day I saw like they finally did a concert review, which I used to love. It's my favorite part of the magazine when they had like the review or recaps of concerts. So someone reviewed a French Montana concert, and I'm just reading. And it's like Bubble Mommy. Click. Oh, here. Oh, she seems cool.
Ooh. Well,
So,
thank you
you're
for
welcome.
reading and following.
Yeah. So, how's the French Montana show?
Actually, can I just say, one of my close friends was supposed to go in there with me, and I was upset because I asked the person who was supposed to get me in 3 times in 3 different emails, do I have a plus one? Because, sometimes they be cheap with it, the promoters or whatever. And they were like, yeah. And then my friend is like a huge French Montana fan. And I used to be like, it's like, girl, why? Like, I didn't even like him then, to be honest. And, so I was like, come with me, whatever, it's going to be VIP, blah, blah, blah. And so she came with me. We got to the front door, and then they were like, oh, you don't have a plus one. And I was like, yes, I do. And they're like, no. I'm like, well, you can't just let her in. Like, come on. Like, we're the same size. I'm like 5'2". Like, come on. Like, it's not going to take much space. And they still didn't let her in. So I was like, fuck. So she left, and then I went in alone and was drinking by myself and waiting for the show to start and the VIP and shit. And, I mingled with the other writers and stuff there that I knew and that I didn't know. And yeah, but it was a fun show, That's what I remember.
Why did you become a French Montana fan?
I was gonna be shady, but I'm gonna just sip my tea about something.
But you're in journalism. You're supposed to be biased with no personal opinions. That's why.
No, it wasn't about French Montana. It was about me getting my
behind the
paycheck.
scenes.
My paycheck. But anyways, yes. So French.
Huh?
Good times. I actually started liking him after that. I went to listen to his album, and I was like, I can back this Ratchet. This is the kind of Ratchet that I can back right here. So, yes.
Isn't it always something?
The thing about hip-hop journalism is that you don't have to be biased. You can be opinionated. That's how that's like hip-hop's whole thing. So, I'd be with my opinions.
I just never got into journalism because of that, being biased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of the most popular bloggers and things, no, they're not biased. It's because they get that money backing. Like they get that behind the scenes cash from the people that they're dick riding. But anyway, yes. So I'm not gonna keep digging ditches for myself. I'm just gonna drink.
Because you want to work later. I just want to say Dream Hampton is one of my favorite writers. I remember like saying that to her about Twitter about that. I was like, I don't like the term journalism, but I gotta admit, like you're one of my favorite. You're one of the best ones. And she sent me a tweet back. Was like, I don't consider myself a journalist either. I'm just a writer. Like, I love you.
I don't really consider myself a journalist either, actually, which is strange because I went to school for journalism. But
why?
During because I just loved it. Like I love it, but I love it to an extent. Like I have heavy journalist friends who like work for big names and shit now, but I can never do that work. Like I'm not interested in like going out and like hunting people down for like a quote and shit like that. Like it's just not my thing. I'm more into like expressing my opinion and talking about social, social issues, and I guess I'm just like a very opinionated person, and I like to line out my opinions through a very unbiased type of ordeal. And basically my mode to get all my opinions across is through music. It's not necessarily always about music. Like when I wrote the piece last year on my dad, like how I connected that to like the Beyonce song that I used to love when I was younger, called Daddy. And at that time when I was like obsessed with that song, I didn't really have a relationship with my dad, and so like that's always a connection for me, and so that's like how I started out the essay. So music is just sort of like my starting point, I guess. And so that's how I got into music journalism, and more as time goes by, I'm kind of moving away from music journalism and sort of, I don't know, I guess I'm becoming more like a ethno-sociological musical writer.
More of the culture than like past the music?
Yeah, definitely more cultural.
I think I remember you tweeting about that because I was thinking about the same thing. It's like all I do is write about hip hop all the day.
Yeah, I've kind of passed that. Like I can't really think of a time that I've written about hip hop this year besides the inside of the What Do Young Black Men Talk About piece, where I was talking about the what's that song, that YG song where it's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm really confused. And I literally sat confused about how YG song, I'll Die for My Niggas song went platinum. But then you always see a group of boys or young men who sit around and talk all day with each other, but they don't talk about real issues. They just hang out together, and then they go home like fucking stressed out, like almost majority of my male friends are like strictly friends because we just have such a close connect. Like I can talk to them about anything. Like I like to be the person who like opens them up about their feelings, because other people don't like
ask them how they are.
Right, like they don't really get like, how do you feel? It's like, how are you? And it's just like, oh, I'm alright. But then I'd be like, no, but like, how are you? Like, what's going on in your life? And then you'll get like, oh, I'm depressed, da da da. Like, it always happens. It happens all the time. So it's like, they're not really talking to each other. They just, it's like, it's sort of a very, not all of them. I'm not going to say it's all young black men, but
right.
Some of them have very like volatile relationships, whereas it's not volatile like when they're hanging out, but it's volatile like emotionally and spiritually, where they're not really, working on themselves. They're just, it's escapism, They're all hanging out and smoking and singing and drinking, and they're not getting into no real issues in their life.
Yeah, I'm a minority.
Yeah.
Last conversations I've had with my friends, I'm just like, I don't know, why am I still here? Like, I really want to go off and make more short films like I did this year. I want to get back home. Love life. It's going all right. Like, I get into that.
Yeah. I mean, it is. There are obviously, people who talk about it, like young black ladies talk about it too. But
Yeah.
there's a lot who don't as well. Maybe it's like I don't even know. I don't want to do a fake percentage, but
Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
definitely like rampant in hoods.
No one's gonna check you.
Hoods around America, right? Who gonna check me, boo? Not you, boo.
No one's fact checking around here.
That was like one of my favorite quotes I ever heard. That was like at the beginning of reality shows where it was like really starting to jump off.
What show was that from?
Who gonna check me, boo? Reality Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
You don't know that quote? Oh my gosh, Sheree.
Nah.
Hello. You need to get up on your reality show.
No.
That's from like 2010 or something.
No.
Oh yes. I mean, now it's like not no new ones. You gotta go to the old ones.
Have you seen Girlfriend Intervention on Lifetime?
I'm never watching it. What is it about?
Oh my god, it's I wanna say just like what's her name? Awesomely Lovely, like she wrote she wrote a review about the first episode, and that's all you need to read about the show. Is the premise of the show is inside of every white woman is a strong black woman.
Oh wait,
I'm just gonna leave that there.
I saw the first episode. Yes, I did. Because
why did you watch it?
No. I was sitting here in my living room. My roommate came home, and she turned on the television. And at the same time, I was scrolling Twitter, and it was an article that was like, these black women want these white women to, be strong black women or something like that. Yes. And then at the same time, like literally the same time, I looked up and I was like, is this the show about white women being strong black women? She was like, yeah, I just turned to it. And I was like, oh my God. So I sat there doing work on my computer. Obviously it was on the television, so I like watched it as well at the same time, and it was pretty bad. And then at the very end, she was like, you a black woman now. And I was like, oh no. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. It was like, I was like, no, cancel this immediately. Like, don't we get enough slack? Like, what more can happen to black women in America? Like, I don't even know. Like, it's endless. It's just horrible. I'm like, this, I don't even know what else to say.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think Mona Scott Young may have took an idea I had for a reality show.
Lawsuit.
I'm not
Did you send it to her?
No, I just wrote the article on netbearful.com one day. It was called reality, my soapbox criticism, my reality show pitch. So I had a pitch about like bloggers and women behind the scenes of like hip hop. And I said, let me get Karen Civil, Kim O from The Source, Julia Beverly from Ozone Magazine, and Angela Yee. Like, follow those four women on a show, and I would love that. That would be a positive for females. That would just be good for reality shows. So I wrote that article 2012. Just 2013, I'm watching the season finale of Black Ink Crew. VH1 commercial comes on. It's like, oh, hey, there's Angela Yee. Hey, there's Kim Osorio from The Source. The gossip game, like, the fuck?
Lawsuit.
And I got Twitter like, did they take my idea?
Lawsuit.
I was just like, what?
You might want to track her, like, does she got a Twitter?
Who?
Track her Twitter, see if she retweeted your article years ago.
I think I won because the show only had one season.
Yeah, the show was pretty horrible.
Because it was just all of them together at one time. Like, my pitch was just like, follow them at work. But
well, that's because, yeah, exactly. They wanted it to be like drama, so they're like, I can't stand it. It's just, whew.
Yeah, I don't understand why every show, like, everyone has to meet up all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure they don't always. I mean, I'm sure they see each other, but
Let's
they're
go to
not always gonna
dinner.
be friends. Right.
Let's
It's
go to
like
lunch.
they're not always gonna be friends, and they always be on these shows like these Atlanta exes. All of y'all do not know each other in real life. Like, what are you talking about? Usher's ex, who
Neo's,
else
Kevin
ex?
Hart, CeeLo's.
CeeLo's. It's just like, why are y'all pretending to be friends? How did you all meet each other? Like, it's a club, like a Atlanta exes club. I mean, I just
They
don't
was
get
at
it.
club. I was just finna say, welcome to Atlanta. What did Jermaine Free say? Shark Bar Monday, something.
Oh God.
Magic, strokers, shake clubs.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'm sure they've come across each other's paths, but to pretend that you've been friends is just like crazy to me.
I had to meet up with my girl, such and such, to see how she was doing.
Right. And then you see, I watch too many reality shows. That's why I'm not like,
They're all the
I'm
same.
trying. I'm like no to everything new that's coming out. But the last Atlanta. What's the last Atlanta one? Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my point was gonna be now. It left me.
It's all scripted, it's all fake.
No, I don't think it's all scripted, but I don't remember what my point was going to be. So I don't even have anything.
No, you can't start Love and Hip Hop Atlanta talk and don't finish.
I
No.
know. I was like had a train of thought from the exes to the housewife. I mean,
Housewives,
it's
and
too
then
many.
Love and Hip Hop
It's just too
Atlanta.
many. It's just too many.
They're all the
Yeah.
same. My biggest thing with
Oh my
Love and Hip Hop
gosh.
is, what does this have to do with hip hop?
Yeah, it has absolutely nothing to do with hip hop.
And none of y'all, like, majority of y'all aren't from Atlanta anyway, so. Are you gonna watch Love and Hip Hop LA?
Unfortunately, yes.
Soldier Boy!
I'm like, now that I think is gonna be fake. I think that one's gonna be the
That's gonna
most
be-
fake. Because
That's where
it's
you draw the line.
Hollywood. It's like Hollywood. No, I mean I know all of it has like fake elements. They have to like reenact stuff and like they want to spruce up things. But when people like
Give
the
them a
last thing
storyline.
that happened with them, yeah, like mainly I think the storyline is pretty real. Like mostly.
Yeah, but Atlanta's the Black Hollywood.
Yeah, but now it's gonna be like Hollywood. And you know, Tierra Marie wants to be an actress. Like, you know, what's his name? Brandy's brother. What's his name again?
You know his name.
No, I really forgot his name. Ray J. He's like
In it.
that used to be my song too.
You know you were singing One Wish.
Oh, that was my song too at one point. But that's about it. That's about it.
Do you remember BET.com Countdown? Do you remember that show? They used to come off after 106 in Park.
Not really.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he was host of that for a minute. Like, Ray J stays working.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wish they would bring back
College Hill.
no. What's her name? C something with a C.
Sita?
Ceda's World.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, that was far ahead. They was ahead of time with Ceda's World, okay? Because
No, but like, go watch an episode now and it's like real stereotypical.
I mean, but they could do it better. Like, she could be doing like social media stuff, and oh look, I'm giving away my ideas.
But that's what Keke Palmer is for.
I'm not going to talk about Keke Palmer.
Because she's the new Oprah.
I'm just gonna.
Is she the millennial
Nah.
generation's Raven Simone?
I'm not even.
First black Cinderella on Broadway.
I mean, go for her.
Yeah.
I like her, but when she did that Ferguson stuff, I was just like,
Stay in your lane.
I'm gonna just ignore you for a little while.
I never watched the show. I was always at work.
This show's actually cute, you know, for her age. She's what, 20?
21,
It's not
21,
a bad
I think.
show. I mean, I couldn't sit and watch it for a full show, but I could
Never-
see how like 14, like 12 to like 20 somethings would like it.
Yeah, it's a good demo.
Yeah. 12
Did
to
he give you
maybe
a,
like 18. No, 12 to maybe like 20.
did he give you a Teen Summit feel any bit?
A little bit, but they're not like progressive. It's
This
not
much?
progressive though. It's just
This
like
much?
it's not as progressive as Teen Summit though. Like they have a way to go.
They haven't talked about age yet.
They haven't talked about like anything serious. I can think. I mean, well, I haven't watched that many episodes, so I can't say. She had a when I saw it, she did like a thing on her sister was about to have a baby, and I don't know, it was really weird.
Was it weird?
I mean, her sister's older and stuff. No, it was just weird because then like her dad came on and they like raced to see who could change the baby's diaper fast enough, and I was just like, what? How is the relevant?
Is she just having a baby shower on the show?
Well, it wasn't a baby shower because her sister wasn't there. Her sister, but then they Skyped into her sister, and she was like, hey sis, we love you. And she was like, I guess her sister was like preparing to give birth, or I don't know.
Okay.
It was just weird. I was just like, whoa, I'm confused.
Were you,
I mean, I
watch
guess
this on TV?
it's like about her life, but I was just like, it's just too much. Like, I don't know, it was just strange. I don't know.
Okay. So we went from reality shows back to let's go back to writing. Like this is the reason why I wanted to like do a video call through Google Hangout because I got tired of just writing down 20 questions and then sending email. That's how I interview. Like I really don't face to face or on the phone talk. I just send an email and get it back and then proofread it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So how'd you start with Double XL?
How did I start with Double XL? Very good question.
You're only 25. You're.
I started with Double XL because
The source passed on me.
I'm trying to think of. I literally have no idea.
Did you like walk into the building, or did you just send an email to somebody?
Okay, I think this is what happened. Because what often happens is I'll write for someone, and then someone will contact me and say, hey, such and such is looking for a writer on such and such, right? And I feel like that's what happened here. I think that's what happened.
Someone sent you an ad or whatever, like
no, like a friend.
For writers.
No, not even. I think it was like a writer friend was like, "Hey, okay, so this. I'm pretty sure this is what happened. I can't remember which friend directed me to it, but a friend of mine was like, "Hey, I have a friend who needs someone to show up at this event today. Can you do it? They need a write-up, blah, blah, blah." And then I was like, I'm free. Tell me how much it pays. Like, give me the context, blah, 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 blah. And then we exchanged the information. And that's how I started writing for them, because I went to that, on the spot thing. And then wrote it, like, that night. So it was up the next day. And then we had a relationship. So
I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If you could answer one of these, great. If not, you're gonna make me like really scared to be turned 25. Like I'm gonna forget so much stuff. So let's go with the most important one. How much did you get paid?
From Double XL?
Yeah, for that first article.
They still owe me money.
Okay. So.
So after the second article that I wrote for them, I stopped writing for them. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Okay. Do you remember what the first article was?
It was a concert.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of which one. The Kidding. I think Kidding was the first one.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he started following me on Twitter after that. Was like, I see you seeing me. I see you seeing me, seeing you, seeing me.
See you looking with your looking ass.
I see you looking with your looking ass. Yes. But typically, when I write for these companies, it depends on, see, because it was my first few ones, I used to be, more flexible. Now I have like a very strict thing because I'm older and I've been writing a lot, so you kind of have to become very like strong, like very like strict when you want to write for people because they'll use you, just keep it 100. So I used to be very flexible. I used to be like, well, tell me how much the word count, and it could be da 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 da. So when I first started out, my articles were maybe like $150 an article, for like small stuff, for like like shows and stuff like that, like reviews and things like that. And then for like stuff like essays, it would be, then it starts at 150. So like for reviews, it starts from 50 to about 150. From essays, it starts at 150 to about 250, 300.
Right.
Usually not up to 300, depending on the company. Like if it's a startup, if I know the person, da da da, like, it's a lot of factors to go into it. So
how much do you charge for proofreading and editing?
It depends on how long
the
piece is. Yeah, depends on how long. For a short something, I would do it for maybe $50. For a longer piece, it could be up to 300 or more. But it depends. It just depends on how much time has to go into it. Because I work freelance full time, so if I'm spending time on it, I need to be paid. That's just like my whole thing there. So.
Right.
And there's actually, I'm not going to call everyone out just because you asked me about the pay for that. I was like, they haven't paid me, whatever. But
shout out to Ebony. Let's just go. Let's name names.
No, Ebony's definitely paid me on time and with good measure. But there are people who still owe me money, who I stopped dealing with. And then there's people like Rap Genius who, when I started, I love Rap Genius, by the way. But
oh yeah, I've seen your score.
When I started with them, though, I was still in college, so I started writing on that blog for free just because I wanted exposure. And then by the time I graduated, like when I would write like really popular stuff for them, they would pay me. I wouldn't even have to ask. So that was nice. They don't really do the blog thing anymore. They have like News Genius now. So yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah.
So why freelance? Did you like never felt comfortable in one spot?
It's not that. It's just how I got into freelancing actually was after I graduated college in 2011. I went back home. I went to college in New York, where I live, and then I went home to North Carolina for like 7 months because I couldn't find a job, and I was very broke. It might have been over 7 months. I might have like made that sound cute over the years.
Wait, what sound what cute?
When you go on like interviews and they're like, oh, why did you have this gap in your, whatever, and it's like, oh, I went home looking for a job. But anyway, I'm giving out too much. So I went home because I couldn't find a job after college, as most of us, unemployment and depression, and da 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 da. And then when I got out of my funk. Actually, I got out of my funk because I read The Alchemist for the first time, and it motivated me. And I was like, I need to get up off my ass. So then I moved back to Jersey, where my grandma. I have like a lot of my family in Jersey, so I just decided to plump my ass on my grandma's couch, and I stayed there until I found a job.
What part?
She lives in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay.
Not too far, not too far from the city, like 40-minute ride on the train. 30-minute ride actually. And so I got a job in New York, and then I was able to move back into my apartment. Actually, the same apartment that I lived in before I left, I was able to move back into by God's grace. And
The exact same unit.
yes,
Oh.
exact same unit. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah, very, very lucky because the person who I lived with, you know, someone had moved in after me, and then literally when I started looking for a new apartment, they had moved out, like they were moving out, and I was like,
That one, I want that one.
yeah. So I was like, give it back to me. I know y'all miss me. I'm back. Hey. So yes, I'm trying to remember what the initial question here was, but yeah. So then
Why freelance?
freelance. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay, and so I got a job. I was doing social media and catering, you know, for a catering company, and I was still writing on the side. And then that job became shitty, and
Whoa, are you telling me the job where you dress up as a penguin and carry a large
wait,
tray
wait,
of
wait, wait,
food?
wait, wait, no, 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 no. I'm always an office girl. Okay, so
Oh, you were on the job.
I was social media manager and event planner
Mm-hmm.
in the catering company. So I was in the office. Yes, I
You
keeps
was in the
it.
house.
I keeps it fancy. I'm
You was
in the house.
You went in the field.
Exactly.
Real.
No, the field is not for me. The
It
field
ain't
is
real.
not for me. I'm sorry.
It ain't real.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, that job became shitty. You know, I'm gonna tell their business because they closed down already. They used to have like stuff in their food and stuff like that. They ended up getting like, I thought they was gonna get shut down, but they just ended up going bankrupt.
Did they ever
So-
find rat heads in the cans of green beans?
Oh God, no! But they definitely, it was like one of their highest clients who was like this huge hotel in New York City. They found like a bunch of bugs in their soup, and the owner of the hotel ate a whole bowl of the soup. And while he was going for a second bowl, realized that it was that the black dots that they thought were like spices or whatever was actually bugs. So. But I digress. So that catering company went down the hole, and they decided to let me go before they told everybody that they was going down the hole. But I already knew because I worked in the office, and I like prepared myself for that already. So I had money in my bank, and I was like, you know, whatever, I'm good for like enough months to save, you know, to like save my ass before I find a new job. So they were like, yeah, we have to let you go. And then they tried to let me go. Like, they literally tried to let me go on a Friday and be like, you're not coming in Monday. And I was like, excuse me? You can't just let me go today. I need at least 2 weeks. Like, that's by law. Unless you have a reason to fire me, and you don't. Like, this is just a laying off. So they were upset, but they still paid me my extra 2 weeks. Sure did. And I also collected
Unemployment?
unemployment, which was marvelous. Like that was like one of the best times of my life. Like when I started getting unemployment checks, I was like, wait, so I can like not have to look for a job today, and I can still pay my rent, and I can still lay in my bed and watch this whole marathon of Mad Men. So I watched marathon of Mad Men in my bed for a month straight. Like, but it was like semi-depression, you know, but it was like semi-depression, semi-happiness. So anyway,
Yeah, you just said this is the happiest time.
No, it was really no. That was before my unemployment kicked in. So after that first month, and then my unemployment kicked in. I mean, I was good money, you know. I was like addicted to Mad Men, and I had watched the whole 5 seasons. And
Did you like file unemployment weekly?
Yes, every single week.
Where'd you get your 5 names from? Just random, or did you look through the phone book?
5 names?
Yeah. When you file unemployment in Louisiana, you have to list like 5 places you applied for or send a resume to.
Oh no, we don't have to do that. No, that's ridiculous. They could kiss my ass with that. Oh no, no.
I
I
mean,
didn't have to do that. But I
oh
mean,
my
I
God,
did look.
same
I
thing.
was looking for a job. You know?
So,
Right. That's horrible.
feds watching.
Oh, sorry. Right. Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
This
say
is
anything more.
Google. You know, they own Google. They own Google. But
Mm,
yeah. So not literally. That's just my conspiracy theory. But you know,
I think it's true then.
probably you know my conspiracy theories be on.
So,
But you know,
man, month straight.
right. So unemployment. Right. And so through my unemployment, I started, saying, hey, this is time for me to be a full-time writer and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I started applying to, not applying, but sending out, to be a freelance writer for different people. And, started writing more and putting out more shit. And then I got clients because I'm also a social media manager. That's how I make most of my money, really. And I have several different clients now. At this time, I was able to get like 2 clients, and I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I was able to get 2 clients at that time, and I was able to save money. You know what I'm talking about? So, yes. So I had a plethora of money coming in that helped me through my hard time. It wasn't that much money now. Don't try to come for me, the feds. I ain't ready for y'all.
Them people.
Yes. So, that's how I got into full-time freelancing because I was basically forced into it. But, I also asked for it because I was tired of the job and, I was praying and stuff. And I was like, I can't do this. The people here are crazy. They got bugs in their food, da-da-da. So they laid me off. I got unemployment. I got my clients, freelance, and I started freelancing full-time. So that's how it happened. And ever since then, I've been here.
How did you feel when you had to move back home, or wanted to move back, or you chose to move back home? How did you feel about that?
No, I did. It was not a choice. It was more like you can't pay rent, so you have to leave type of ordeal. Because they actually allowed me to not pay rent for like a few months when I was still looking for a job, maybe like 2.5 months. And then by the 3rd month, they were just like, yeah, like, you gotta go, so.
I love you. I mean, trust me, I love you, but you got to go.
We love you, but you can't pay, so we gotta get someone who can pay. So I was like, I understand. Tears. So, I mean, it was actually good going home because I got to spend time with my family. I hadn't spent that much time with my nephew then. I really got to know him, and he got to be one of my best friends.
Aww.
He's nice.
Are you like in the middle? You're a
he's
middle
just
child?
4. He's just 4. I'm the youngest child.
Me too. Are you spoiled?
See, I have a problem with saying I'm spoiled because I'm not spoiled.
I don't know the definition of spoiled when I tell people like, yeah, I'm the youngest. I'm the only boy. I had 2 older sisters. They're like, oh, you were spoiled. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
my parents were there.
I guess I was kind of spoiled, like in terms of, we're the youngest, we're the most loved.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. People are like, oh, you definitely were spoiled. I think I was a little bit in terms of like, I wasn't a bad child, but I was very mischievous. And my mom wouldn't, believe the mischievousness that my sisters would tell her about me, because I was sweet, little innocent, whatever. So it wasn't until I was like 14 and talking back where she was really like, oh, I see what it is now. But I got over that stage and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't say I'm spoiled. I don't think I'm spoiled. I wish I was able to get spoiled,
What would change? What would be different?
I could ask for like $10,000 and it would go in my bank account. But
would they love you more?
Huh?
But would they love you more?
Would they love me more?
Yes. Isn't that what it's all about? The love. Isn't that most important?
Absolutely. But I'm saying when people say spoiled, I'm like, if I'm not able to ask for money and then get it right when I ask for it, I'm not spoiled. Like, that's just it. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, my parents aren't rich, so, you know, I can never be spoiled. And that's how I see it. That's just how I see it.
I would say my family is middle class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, my mom was definitely, like, lower income class. I'd say now she's like middle class. She's definitely living. You know, I'd be like, damn, we wasn't living like that. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy for her. She actually gets married next weekend. I'm excited. I have magic to do. Yeah, I have magic to do. Like, I'm one of the bridesmaids, and you know, me and my sisters and her best friend are the bridesmaids. And
what's up with that party?
yeah, she wants me to I'm hosting the reception, so pray for me. And I'm also gonna be like semi DJing, so pray for me.
Turn up.
Yeah, I mean, I got like my wedding music list is popping. You know what I'm saying? So
how much French Montana is on the wedding list?
Absolutely none at all.
You don't have Pop That.
No, I'm not having 50-year-old women pop that. I mean, they definitely could, but it's not something I'm encouraging.
Will there be Rich Homie Quan on the wedding playlist?
No.
No walkthrough?
Yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm playing like, yeah, you know, and like, look, my playlist is popping, okay? That's all you need to know.
Will the Run DMC remix of Jagged Edge's Let's Get Married be on there?
Absolutely.
Alright then, alright.
It's already on the It's already on the list. Already on there.
Finally, something I can
Get jiggy with it is on there. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, they're gonna love that. They are gonna absolutely love that. I'm telling you right now. Getting jiggy with it. Not everybody gonna come to the dance floor. You think I'm gonna vine it? I'm gonna vine it for you, just so you can see for yourself. Yes. And it makes me so happy that Nas wrote that song. Like, it fills me with so much joy.
I had to do that one time.
Yeah. It fills me with so much joy that Nas wrote that song. Like, it just...
Why?
It makes me feel complete. Because Nas is my everything. Besides that, like, comment he made about being a wholesome American or whatever that was really troubling to me. But
I missed that.
yeah. Oh, he said he's a proud American now.
Was this Bill Maher show?
No, it wasn't Bill Maher. It was the other old guy. I can't think of his name.
Like, no, Stephen Colbert. Who else?
No, it's like one of those like independent shows that comes on like PBS or something.
Charlie Rose?
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. I missed that.
Yes. It's actually pretty hard to watch. My heart broke. I haven't watched it since then. I don't. It was very heartbreaking. I don't know how much I could do.
Do you want to go into that? Why does that break your heart? Why did?
Because he was talking about. I don't have a problem being a proud American, but it's like when you're saying you're a proud American, and then there's like this Mike Brown shit going on, and this Eric Garner shit going on, and we got the government like tapping into all of our privacy, and like they're fucking with everybody else's livelihood across the world. I'm just like, what does it really mean to say you're a proud American, you know? And then his elaboration of it was just like horrible. It was just really bad. Like, Nas is known to not be very articulate as a speaker. You know, I've never completely agreed with that. But after I watched this, I was like, it's not that he wasn't articulate. It was just like, you're not making complete sense. He's like, yeah, you know, I used to be very judgmental of the government and like their tactics, but now I see it, I understand. I was like, what do you like? Maybe I need to be enlightened. Like, enlighten me, because what do you understand that you can say you're a proud American with all this shit going on? I mean, I'm not saying to be like, I condemn America and to like, you know, burn flags and shit. I'm just like, you have to be very conscious of what you're saying and during the time period that you're saying it and the reasons why you're saying it.
Right.
I just felt like his reasons for saying it was just kind of off.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Combat Jack show this week, and they had Starley on there. And Combat asked him, like, why does he think, like, more rappers or, like, more, like, public figures in the hip-hop community should, like, come up and, like, speak on Mike Brown and stuff. And he was just like, people are afraid of being judged for what they say.
Yeah,
and, like,
they're cowards.
I immediately thought, like, as soon as, like, one rapper comes out and says something, like, this is bad, like, oh, you talk about this in your music all the time, why is it bad now? Like, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that, but there's been artists who's, like, you know, I don't know, like,
Killer Mike.
Jeezy had, like, a long discussion about it with actually Combat Jack, too, which was, like one of my favorite interviews of his. I'm just like, I just feel like artists are just cowards. Like, they just scared to go outside of their, like, what the hell? Sorry, someone was, like, running to the Chinese store, and I was confused.
Is it still raining?
No, it stopped raining.
Oh, okay.
But, I forgot. Jeezy, and I was talking about something else. What am I, like, old? I feel like
the Jeezy interview was really great. Is he talked about Mike Brown?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think that artists are just cowards. Like, they're just afraid to fuck up their PR. Like, fuck up your PR. Who cares? Like, what are you so worried about to even speak on, like, a national subject? Just, like, this is hip-hop. Hip-hop is based on politics. Right. Hip-hop was created out of the politics of not having a national voice. That's why hip-hop became the national voice of African Americans, you know? Like, that was, like, the main grounds of it as expression in art, you know? To express ourselves, to express our oppression, to express our anger and our hope and our dreams, Like, so if you're just using hip-hop to, like, express how you pop bottles and, like, fuck
get this money,
then fuck you. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I don't want to hear from these rappers no more who's just not, like, when T.I. had something to say, it was just like, sit down if you're uneducated. I'm sorry. On the subject. I'm not saying, like, you're uneducated, don't say nothing, but, like, if you don't have nothing, like, an educated opinion to say on the subject, you just shouldn't speak on it. Like, T.I., like, Nelly, like, who else? It was ridiculous. Oh my god, did you see Iyanla Van Zant's Ferguson episode?
I did not. I remember listening to Fresh Alina's Neck of the Woods podcast, and I think they were talking about it, but I might have missed it. I did not. They had something about Iyanla, but I didn't catch that part. What was she doing?
It was like the worst thing I might have ever watched this entire year. So
have
she
you
went
seen her
to
show?
It was the worst thing I watched the entire year, I'm telling you. Yeah, I've watched her show on and off, like.
So you know.
I used to like. I know. I know what she's capable of, in quotes, but because actually when I first sat down to watch her show, I don't remember the first person, but the person that I remember is the DMX episode because I wrote about it. And I was like, basically it was like, I had so many issues with that episode. I was just like, Iyanla, go fix a drink or something, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I was really bothered by that episode because I just feel like I understand it's for entertainment. I understand that she has a show. But I just feel like when you see someone who's really broken as much as DMX is, you should sit down with him and be like, my brother, I'm pretty sure she did. I don't know. I don't think she said. Well, yeah, she did say my brother.
Honey chop, my beloved.
I'm sure she said my brother, but she should have said my brother. I don't think you should be on national television about this issue. Like, clearly, that was the wrong way to go. And she helped it. Like, I don't think she helped him at all. But anyway, moving forward to Ferguson.
No,
Ferguson's episode was horrible. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, when I started noticing like Ayanna cannot fix anyone's lives or has any like professionalism. It was this episode where she was counseling this Atlanta DJ who just got married again, and her like her teen son didn't like him or whatever. She was asked. She went to the VJ's house. They had tea, and she was like, "Oh, do you have this set up? Like, let's go eat here." So they're having tea in the bathroom, right? And she was like, "Do you understand? Like, the reason why we're having tea is because it's just like your relationship with your son." And she was like, "No, what do you mean?" She's like, "It's inappropriate." I'm like, okay, so she took all the tea sets, everything. They're having tea in the bathroom just so she can, like, your relationship with your son.
That's
like
so awful.
It's inappropriate.
She's awful. She's absolutely awful. I can't, like, that's like the worst thing I ever heard in my life. And recently I was watching, after the Ferguson episode, she did the Sheree episode. Sheree is the one. See, I was just telling you about Sheree. Sheree's the one who did.
I was just gonna ask, who's that?
Who's gonna check me, boo? That's Sheree. Who's gonna check me, boo? Anyway, that was from like 2010 though. But she just did an episode with her, and it's like her and her ex-husband, and you know, Sheree's like talking about how her ex-husband used to, like how he was unreliable and da da da, and she kept putting it back on her, like. And the ex-husband is there too. Like, they're both there. And what's her name? Iyanla would just go back to Sheree, like, but how did you contribute? And it's like, okay, but we've talked about how she contributed, but now she's telling you her other issues that are valid issues that she should address towards him, and she didn't. Like, she was basically on his side the whole time. And I was like, you have women issues, Iyanla. She really does. She has women issues. Like, I'm 100% sure about that, because I saw another episode and I felt the same way. I was like, you don't listen to these people when they really talking to you, especially the women. It's crazy. But anyway, back to we're gonna do Ferguson episode really quick. Okay, so the Ferguson episode, she goes there and, you know, she's like, show me around, da da da, I just want to see what's going on, da da da. So she's being shown around. And then they're like telling her their slogans and stuff like that, and he's like, yeah, we stand for he was like, we are Mike Brown. She said, brother, come here. And I'm like, what? Like, that's the slogan. Like, everybody's saying we are Mike Brown and don't shoot, you know. She's like, no, are we Mike Brown? Yes, because it could have been anybody. No, we are not Mike Brown. We stand for Mike Brown. And I'm like,
which one is it?
Does it matter, Iyanla? Like, I get it where she's like, you know, affirmation, but that's not, that it's just improper. It's just improper timing, and it's just unimportant. Like, it's not important. Like, just shut the fuck up. And so move it on. And then she, like, it's a group of protesters and stuff. She's like, I have a surprise for you. So then Common comes on the screen. It's like a Skype thing or some shit, or it's a video, I don't know. And he's like telling his support for them and stuff. And I'm like, oh yay, it's a celebrity, woohoo, like who gives a fuck? And then she's like, yes, so I'm trying to talk to Common and to get Nas here, and I have Benzino here.
Random.
Hold up, bitch. Who? I was like, who? And then Benzino comes there with his no-neck ass, and he's like, yeah, no, she's talking for Benzino. She's like, I told Benzino that other rappers here to stand and to speak up and help guide this the way it's supposed to. No. No,
You gotta
absolutely
get
not.
who's hot. You gotta get the kids involved. So of course you go to Benzie.
But I'm like Love and Hip Hop Benzino. That's who's gonna help shape the mode for who should be coming here about a real issue. Like
I mean, have you read
nobody
Hip Hop
worried
Leaky?
about these rappers.
Have you read Hip Hop Leaky? I mean, it's pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
It's
I'm
just
just so
pictures.
confused. I was just like, I can't. I just can't. I just can't. But that wasn't even the worst of it. Like it got worse like throughout. Like the whole thing was just bad. Like she's talking to these group of men and they keep introducing them as like gang affiliates and I'm just like why? And then she's like trying to explain to them how they need to not be violent. And I'm like, you don't even understand what's going on. They're not even being violent on the streets doing the protest. Like,
Right.
it was just, but you could see, like, it was this one guy, you could tell he was done. Like, he was looking at everybody like this. He was like with his eye, like, to the side and looking, like, each way. He would go, like, back and forth. He was just done with it. I was like, I feel you, brother. I'm here with you. I understand your pain. Like, he was over it. He was like, y'all really listening to her? He was looking at everybody to see if they was agreeing. And there was like a few in the crowd who was like, that
Ready to
ain't
go.
it. It was like, you're not on point. It was bad. I do recommend you watch it though, just so you could feel the pain.
What was it on? Was it on OWN or was it like CBS?
Yeah, it's on
That was on
OWN.
OWN? Oh.
Yeah. You know, that's Oprah's woman after they, not woman like that, but you know, that's Oprah's girl after they hashed out their issues and whatnot.
I just want to say this whole segment on the Ratchet City Hangout was to promote Ion Levin's and Fix My Life season premiere tonight. The topic will be the dude with the 37 kids by I think 14 or 17 different women. That's tonight's episode.
No comment.
So flex on.
No comment at all.
Hashtag pull out game week.
No comment. That's all.
So, since we're talking about Mike Brown and the whole Ferguson situation, have you listened to I don't know whose song that was, Don't Shoot, that had about 20 different rappers on it? Oh, it was a Game song. Have you listened to it?
No, actually, I haven't. I haven't
Yeah.
heard it. I haven't heard about it.
Oh, that's amazing. That doesn't get promoted. I haven't listened to it either.
Wait, was it good? No, I'm gonna have
I
to
haven't.
look it up.
It's just like 20 different rappers. I'm like, oh, this is really long. I don't want to.
And they're rapping about Mike Brown, the Mike Brown situation.
Yeah, the song's called Don't Shoot.
I'm writing it on my list right now. Don't Shoot by
The Game.
The Game. I'm surprised I haven't even heard about it. Not surprising. I did like J. Cole's.
Be Free. I did too. So.
I was happy that Lauryn Hill put out that Black Rage song as well. That was very good.
I'm not
Did you
excited
listen
about
to that?
the music from Lauryn Hill.
Oh. It was good. You didn't like it?
I didn't listen to it. That's just like, oh.
Oh my god.
It's like,
Oh my god.
Lauryn Hill put out a song.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No, you need to listen to it. It's good. And I just saw Lauryn Hill in concert like a month ago, and she was amazing.
Yeah. I think I was gonna say since he was like, did the show start on time?
Did it start on time? I don't think so, but it wasn't like a long wait. It was like as much of a wait as that wait for everyone else.
Okay.
It wasn't like
4 hours later.
It wasn't like anything crazy. And she gave us like a 3-time encore, so
Oh, that's good.
it was really good. I had a great time. She danced her ass off. She looked great. Her voice sounded great, even though she was sick. Like she would be coughing like in between songs. I was like, oh, okay, but her voice still sounded amazing. I was like, all right, you better not cancel and be up on that stage doing the thing.
Good for
But
her.
yeah, it was really good. I've been really pleased with Lauren lately. I'm happy with her.
Because before then you weren't pleased.
No, I wasn't. Because I've been waiting for new music, and I was hearing about her showing up late to shows and not singing well and all of this.
Right.
So I didn't know what to expect at the show, but it was really great. It was like, I'm happy for her.
I really wish I would have saw her and Nas on tour.
Yeah, me too. Her children even performed at the end of the show.
I heard. They're all Marleys.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
They're cute.
We've gone so far. I had a thought about something I was going to say.
You were going to speak on Mike, I think, Mike Brown.
No, I mentioned that. Don't shoot. It was something else. It was even before, far back.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go back to like writing. So like, what topics do you want to write about now?
What do I want to write about now?
Yeah, are you eating popcorn?
No, I'm eating the delicious. Can you see it? Snyder's
Almonds? What is honey something?
honey and onion, honey mustard and onion flavored sourdough hard pretzel.
Okay.
Snyder's, yeah. Well, it's delicious. Get you some. If you
I just
got
like regular pretzels.
No, they're flavored, so.
Yeah, I'm lame. I like regular pretzels.
They're hard. Oh, you like regular pretzels? Yeah, no, I don't. My mom does, but I don't. You just asked me a question and I forgot what it was.
You're so old. Maybe you just have a lot on your mind.
That's what it is, you know. I do actually have a lot going on. Like, this is my checklist right here of things to do. You can't really. Oh, there you go. You know, and it goes on.
Chicken scratch. I see something on the bottom is scratched out.
Well, that's because, yeah, you know, like these are 2 pages of things to be done, and I scratch things out when they're done and keep them.
Wedding games, nice.
Yeah, I gotta get the wedding games done for my mother. But you asked me.
No, I want to go back to the legal pad now. So when you wrote tonight, was that actually today you wrote that, or is that from last week?
Yesterday.
Gotcha.
These were things I was supposed to finish. No, the other night, not last night, but the night before.
Called it.
And it was. It's a lot of chicken scratch. Wash clothes, which I did today. Woohoo!
Yeah.
The other stuff was like writing related, like research, book flight home. I did that. Start wedding songs list. Yeah, that type of thing. Because I'm the DJ, you know. Oh, yeah.
What's your DJ name?
I should start doing that. I haven't thought of a DJ name. DJ Jazzy X. Maybe I'll just go with Jazzy X. Yeah, pretty fly there.
Jazzy, are we?
I actually have a festival I need to start booking for. So I should get to work on that later. Not today, though, because it's Saturday. I don't work on Saturdays.
We're done on Saturdays. Who does that?
No. Actually, sometimes I do have pitiful days where I work on Saturdays, but not this weekend.
Topics. Future topics.
Oh, yes, that I'm writing about. Okay. One, okay, I'm not going to, like, elaborate because I don't like when people steal my ideas, but not you. I'm not talking about you, you know.
Just 2 words.
One is about water and how it relates to hip-hop.
Okay. Next.
The other one is about, it was a personal essay about my childhood. And that's all I want to say about that one.
Next.
Another one is a book series for children. It's gonna be a children's book series. And I don't want anyone to steal that idea. But should I give that out? No, I'm not gonna give that out. People thieve! They thieve all the time.
These hoes ain't loyal.
There's one more that I was gonna put out recently that I stopped writing because I'm gonna make it into a larger piece. So
That's cool. That's cool. That's good. It's busy.
Busy. And then on top of that, I'm booking for an international hip hop festival. And
That's so messed up. That's all I think about when I think of international music festivals. Just fist pumping EDM music, chest bumping music all day.
No, it's in Africa, so it's definitely not going to be like that.
Are you sure? Will there be drums?
It's not going to be like EDM though, trust me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be in Senegal. They don't get down with that type of shit, not that I know of. But
did you say Senegal?
Yeah, Senegal.
Okay.
What else am I doing? Have a film collective. Working on a writing collective. And yeah, it's just mad shit going on.
Good shit. Keep it.
It's like the meat. That's the meat of the core of the meat core. Yes.
Very meaty. Got it.
Yes. There you go. Absolutely.
Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here.
Alrighty.
Calling it.
Nice talking to you.
You too.
What's the name of the series again?
Ratchet City Hangout. The link's gonna be posted on Good Kid Ratchet City.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to shout out your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, Foursquare, Tumblr, your website you never update.
Yeah, never updating that shit. My Insta and Tumblr, and I don't really tumble that much, but you can find like old stuff of mine on there.
I don't understand Tumblr.
And my Twitter is Bubble Mommy. And no, I'm not a mother, but it's the other Bubble Mommy. So
you're a mother of the earth, beloved.
Exactly. It's BUBBLEMAMI. You know, like when Will Smith was like, and you know, oh, that's Miami. Never mind. That's Miami, not mommy. So anyway, Bubble Mommy, MAMI. Yes. And you can find me just about everywhere. I'm on Vine there. I'm on Insta. I'm on Twitter.
Tag.
Yes.
Black Planet.
Oh, and my website is jazzyjx2.com. I don't know why I have it that name. I'm definitely going to change it sometime in the near future. But yeah, it's Jazzy. For some reason. I feel like it's just like really hard to, like when I'm telling people it's Jazzy JX2, I feel like I have to give so much explanation, like JAZZIJX2.com, you know? I just feel like it's a lot. Like they'll be like, what? Like Jazzy JX2, the hell? So anyway, check me out on the internet
Link in the gun. I'm ambidextrous. I do both eyes.
Ah, look at you. Interesting.
Yeah. I got that going for me.
Put my guns up.
L's in the air.
I need to pose for my final pose. When's it coming up?
Okay, I'm gonna stop broadcast. 3, 2, 1.